I'm not Christian because the hypostatic union is illogical. I know you like talking about this
What's
topic.
illogical about it?
It's a contradiction. It defies the law of non-contradiction.
Also, what's the A and not A in the same way, in same sense?
Cool. So it's a perfect analogy with if I was to say a shape can't have the nature, can't have the essence of a square and the essence of a circle in the same shape.
A square and a circle aren't different essences. The essences of those things are being a shape. They have different particulars, not different essences.
Yeah, so the same way that a shape can't have the nature or the essential properties of a square and the essential properties of a circle in the same shape.
Right, in the same way, but there can be a square that also has a circle within it, for instance, right? Because it's the same nature, but it's just having two different particulars of that nature.
Yeah, but that's not the analogy that I'm making. The analogy I'm making is one shape can't have the essential properties. So the essential properties of a square is the fact that it has four sides. Would you agree?
Yeah, they can't have the same essential properties in the same sense, correct? So
In the
again,
same
if you
shape.
said there was a
No, no,
square,
no, no, no. In the
well,
same shape.
you can though. You can say that there is a shape that has four sides, and then inside that four sides, it has the essential property of being a circle. So it
No, no,
can
no.
in two
So
different
that would be,
senses.
listen, no, no. So that would be a circle in a square.
Yeah, that's
I'm
why.
not saying.
That's why I said you cannot be
Okay.
a squared circle. So the
And then how
same
many shapes
nature.
would that
So
be?
that would be one nature with two shapes.
Perfect. How many? So it'd be two. It'll be two shapes, would it?
Yeah, because it would be in the same
So
nature. That'd
I'm
be an
saying,
issue.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay, cool. So what I'm saying, Nick, right, is that one shape can't have. Did you find it weird? I called you your name. One
No, I was
shape
looking at my light.
can't. Okay, cool. One shape can't have um, the essential properties of a square, which is having four sides, and the essential properties of a circle having one side in the same shape. Can it? Would you agree?
Yeah, if it's one again one nature of shape, then yeah.
No, 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 no. It's if it's one shape, right? Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say that's completely perfectly analogous with the shape being the person of Jesus.
It's no, because the shape
Why
itself,
not?
or the shape itself is like the actual nature. So a square, right, has the nature of being a shape. A circle has the nature of being a shape. That's the same nature, but they have different particulars of that nature. Are you a
I would say
nominalist?
no, no, no. So I would say that the shape is equivalent to the person.
Are you a nominalist?
I don't even know what that is, mate. I'm not gonna lie.
Do you reject universals and particulars?
Explain it in layman terms. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. Well, I would study these things before saying that the hypostatic union is a contradiction, but we believe that the shape itself would be the universal, okay, while the actual particular would be whether or not that thing is a square or a circle. That's why it's not going to be a contradiction.
So the shape is what it is, and the square is who it is.
No,
Essentially,
I mean, it doesn't have a who, so a shape doesn't have a who. It has a
if
particular.
we're talking about the analogy of the person, right? The person is who it is, right? Or what it is.
Yeah, the person is who it
How would you
is.
explain a person?
Yeah, the person is who it is.
Okay, so a person, yeah. If the analogy is with the shape and the person, right? The person can't have the one person can't have 100% man and 100% God
Not
in
if
one
it's in
person.
the same nature. That's the point. But
No,
if
no,
it
no.
has two different
It
natures,
can't
that's
have it in
different.
the same
The
person.
nature is equivalent to the shape in this
No,
analogy.
you're saying you're trying to put my argument in my mouth. I'm
Okay,
not
what's the
saying
nature? What's the nature equivalent to in the analogy?
in the analogy the
Yes.
person is
I
equivalent
asked what the person
to
was equivalent to. I said, what's the nature equivalent to?
the nature. So the nature, as in the human nature and
Yes.
the divine nature.
Yes.
Right. So the human nature, if we're talking about natures, I'm talking about the
Bro,
essential
what is the
properties.
nature analogous to
But
in the
you've brought in
analogy?
natures. I'm talking about essential properties, Nick.
What is a nature if it's not essential properties?
Okay, so we're talking
Is
about
a
essential
nature not
properties.
a set of essential properties?
Okay, so if that's what it is, then yeah.
So
All
you
right.
don't even know what a
So
nature is, and you're trying
the
to debate what a
essential.
nature is, bro?
Okay, so the essential properties, then, right? This is the words I used, right? The essential properties. The one shape can't have the essential properties of a square and the essential
Okay, I'll
properties
ask
of
again.
a
What
circle.
is the nature analogous to in your analogy?
The square and the circle.
So the particular, not the shape.
So the essential properties of being a human is analogous with the square, and the essential properties of the divine nature is the equivalent to the circle. And I'm saying that
So
they
you're
can't be
saying
the
that the
same
nature
person,
is equivalent to the particular, correct?
brother. It's very you're dodging the
Bro,
answer. Just
I'm
answer the question.
clarifying. Are you saying that the nature is analogous to the particular?
And what would you define as the particular? Say it
All right,
again.
bro. Go learn basic philosophy, bro. Please do. Like, it's like these people try to come up here and like say, "Oh, this is illogical," but also I don't know. The basics about logic and philosophy. A shape is the nature. Yes, bro. This is crazy.